I ain't ever gonna stop watching Big Unc and the Nephew.
Yo,
What's happening?
what's going on, brother? How are you doing today?
Shit, cool. I got this weird ass request screen. Let me cancel that. There we go. What up? Hey, just got a little, it's hitting me. So a little infused salt for the pork belly, real quick.
That's what's
What's
up,
going
man. Get after it.
on?
Get after it, man. We're doing good. I want to welcome you to Big Unc and the Nephew, man. Today, everybody, if you guys don't know, let me let you know. We got someone incredibly special today. He is an author. He has his own spices, his own seasonings. This man is a creative director for the hottest new streaming service out right now, Embers TV. It's Marco Sanchez, also known as the Can of Barbecue. You guys may know him as Woodfire and Whiskey. Thanks so much for coming by today, brother.
What's going on? So
Man,
just one quick correction.
yeah,
I'm no longer the creative director of Embers
there you
TV, but
go.
that's only, I mean, that's only because I'm focused on my social stuff as well. Trying to balance the two. It's really really difficult. But things
Understandable.
with Embers are going fantastic. I mean, I'm wearing the shirt. You know what I
Absolutely. Yeah, man, it's going great over there too. Hope things are going great for you too.
mean?
Let's just jump right into it, brother. So we had to go ahead and start pre-gaming because you're making a little bit of a switch yourself, right? In your style, your approach, and the creative. What tell us a little bit about that. What's going on? The change from Woodfire Whiskey to the Can of Barbecue. What inspired that?
So, um, I've always been the stoner. A lot of people that grew up with me, I mean, they've been asking me throughout the years, what are you doing with all this bourbon? They never knew me as the bourbon guy. A lot of people do, but a lot of people that actually like were really close to me, kind of took them by surprise and shit. I love my bourbons, love my whiskeys and everything. I never thought I'd be able to get away with cannabis content on the internet.
Right.
So I never made the leap into any of it. I was on the Dude Network podcast in 2022, and I was telling them, hey, January 23, I'm going to make the change. It's going to be all cannabis, right? And I just wasn't ready to do it. And plus, we had a lot of stuff going on with Embers, so that took a lot of focus and time. And
Of
this year
course.
it just felt like the right thing to do. It's like, all right, you know what? This is what I'm passionate about. I can't. It's not that I can't drink anymore. When I drink, I get this like weird ass pain along my spine.
Yeah.
So, until I can get that checked out and figure out what's going on with me, I just stay away from it.
Gotcha, gotcha. So this isn't just so everyone knows, this isn't something that was spur of the moment, something that you just decided to do. You've been thinking about it for a while, and then you were kind of pushed over the edge based on, health reasons ultimately, right?
I mean, kind of. I mean, I'm going to use that as my main excuse, to be honest. But the
Yeah,
reality
like
is
we all
that,
did, right? With the prescriptions back in the day.
right? I mean, I'm just a stoner. This is I smoke every day. I'm always surrounded by weed. Um, you know, uh, Nobody's ever died from weed. You
Yeah,
know,
you ain't lying.
so
You ain't lying. Well, I want to commend you, man, because it's something cool. A lot of people have talked about doing it. A lot of people want to do it and push more of that content. But obviously, there's a little bit of a stigma behind it, right? Obviously.
yeah,
So really cool to see that you're willing to go out there, step out there, and help break that stigma and encourage other people to go out and go do the same thing.
yeah. I mean, we all got to get out there and have a voice if this thing is ever going to change. It should be more acceptable. It's amazing to me how some people still look at it like it's something
Yeah.
evil. With everything that we know today about cannabis, um, it's great. I mean, it saves lives. I mean, there's videos out there circulating of somebody, this one dude, he was having like Parkinson's or something going on, a little bit of RSO, and boom, brought him back to life.
Right.
So it's time to end the stigma. I like this kind of content. I'm passionate about it. It's fun, and I get to do what I love all day.
Hell
You know.
yeah, that's right. That's right. So tell me, do you remember the first time you smoked? Do you remember that experience, the very first
Yeah,
time you had ever got high?
I was
Tell us a
12.
little bit about that. What was that
Dude,
about?
I was 12 years old. So
Yeah.
I grew up in Daly City, California,
Hell yeah.
and I remember I think the dude's name was I was hanging out with. Now that was middle school. It was a little bit before that. Some dude in elementary school had some bud. His brother, had all this fucking weed and shit. He took some. We smoked some. I introduced my older brother to it, and he ended up getting some good bud. So I was about 12 years old when I first smoked. I didn't realize like anything was happening. I just had the fucking munchies, You know,
Yeah.
yeah, I was young, so there was
Hell
only
yeah.
there was one short moment in my life where I didn't use cannabis at all, and that's while I was in the army.
Yeah.
That's it. There was a couple
Well,
times I smoked while I was in the army,
mhm.
but couldn't do much. Couldn't do much. So that was a good 4.5 years of no cannabis, and yeah, then I got out, and that was funny. The day I got out, right, there was this one dude in my unit. He had gone up to LA to go visit some family, and he grabbed some weed. So like my last day, I finished at the motor pool. I'm going to my car. He's like, "Hey Sanchez, come over here to my car real quick." Opens his trunk, throws an eighth in my trunk, right? And I'm like, "Bro, what the fuck?" And he's like, "Hey man, you said you wanted some weed. I got you some." So I went to the base, to the gas station on base. I got me a blunt. They sell blunts there, Swisher Sweets. I rolled one up. As soon as I got out of the fucking gate, I was stationed at Fort Irwin in Barstow,
Okay.
right? I get outside the gate, and you got like a 30-mile drive before you actually get to Barstow. So I drove about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, pulled off to the side of the road, sparked up. Biggest mistake of my life, right? Fuck, this is May 9th, 2009. I pull
Ah.
over to the side of the road, and I was there for like 4 hours. I couldn't do shit. I thought, man, I used to smoke like a champ and shit. It's gonna be cool. Nah. I
Nah,
pulled
not
off to
that
the
first one
side.
back. Not
Yeah,
that
that was
first time
bad.
back, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Well, thank you for your service and the sacrifices you made to go out there and be in the army and, represent for us. Appreciate that, man.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
Right on.
How'd you get into doing it? What was it, that recruiter that came into the high school and was like, "Hey man, check it out. We travel
Nah,
the world and we get broads."
nah.
What
So
is it?
um, after high school,
Hmm.
I was making money. I was living in
Yeah.
Antioch at the time. Ecstasy was really big back then. Wink,
Hmm.
wink.
Hmm.
I was just trying to make some money. Anyhow, I was about 25 years old, I think I was, or 23, and I got myself into some trouble. I took off, went to San Diego. I stayed at my cousin's house for a little bit, as long as I could, and then their landlord was starting to like, trip out seeing this extra dude coming in and out. So she kicked me out of there, and I bounced around from like room to room,
Hmm.
wherever I could in San Diego. My money had ran out, and I walked into an Air Force recruiting office. They were going to take me, and then I took off my jacket. He saw a tattoo on me. He was like, "Damn, we can't take you with tattoos under the elbow." Right.
Hmm.
So then I went into a Marines, and they said kind of the same thing. I went to the Navy. They said, "We'll take you, but it's going to take like 8 months before you leave." I didn't have 8 months. I had like 1 month left of money left. Walked into an Army recruiting office, and they said you could leave within a
No
week.
way.
So I didn't leave in a week, but I joined the Army right then and there. Went to MEPS, did everything I had to do. 7 days later, I get picked up by the recruiter. He takes me to the hotel that everybody stays at before you go to MEPS and shit. And that the next morning, it was like 4:30 in the morning, right? I get outside, recruiter walks up to me. I didn't even know he was gonna show up. I thought I was just getting on a bus and going. Recruiter walks in, he goes, "Come with me." And I'm like, "All right, what the fuck is going on?" He takes me outside, he goes, "Hey, we're going to the station." I was like, "I'm getting on the bus." He goes, "Nah, your drug test came back hot." And I was
Oh
like,
no.
fuck. So now here I am. I'm supposed to leave for the army right then and there. Can't do it. I got nowhere to live now because I had, packed up everything. Everything is gone. Um, I had to make a trip back home to Antioch. So the recruiter said, "Look, if you really want to join the army, 45 days, and then we could drug test you again. If you're clean, you'll go. If you're not clean, you're gonna hurt my career." And I'm like,
Damn.
whatever. So I ended up going home to my mom's for 45 days. On day 45, I walked into that recruiting office and I left that day.
No way.
That day.
That's
And
crazy.
fucking I went to I was stationed at Fort Hood for a few years. Had some things happen in my family. I have a younger brother who attempted suicide. He hung himself back in 2008, I want
Oh
to say it was. And
man,
so
I'm
like,
so sorry.
right on, man. So what I did was I got a compassionate reassignment to work at a recruiting station in Antioch, and I did that for a little bit. And then I had to get out of the military, And so they sent me to Fort Irwin for my last few months. And yeah, I got out the military, never looked back.
There you go. There you go. And how did you make a transition into doing what you're doing now? Like for some people that may not know, I mean, you seem to be clearly living like your dream right now, going through doing what you really want to do, right? You're not work. It doesn't seem to be, you don't have a 9 to 5, right? Do you have a 9 to 5?
I haven't had a 9 to 5 since the Army, since 2009.
Oh, that is awesome, dude.
That's a little bit of a lie, but it's also a truth, because I did work for some company in Modesto for about a year and a half,
Hmm.
and I worked on a documentary, but I didn't really have a schedule. I could just kind of come and go as I pleased. Um, but I worked with this company on a documentary. So when I got out the military in 2009, right, I had no idea what I was going to do with my life. Had no clue. One of my homeboys, this dude Vinny Minton, sickest cinematographer you'll ever meet in your life, right? I opened Facebook because that was new. You know, I remember MySpace before I went into the Army. Now they had
Hmm.
Facebook. I get on Facebook, and I think he had posted a video like in 2010 of a wedding that he had done. And I remember hitting him up and being like, bro, you do this shit for a living? This looks kind of cool, you know?
Yeah, right.
So the very next weekend, I think it was, or a couple weeks later, I went out with him to shoot a wedding. And I just got so inspired. I remember, dude, I was going through his bag. We're at the Palace of Fine Arts,
Oh,
and they're
yeah.
getting a bunch of shots of like the bride and groom. And I start looking through his bag, and I called my girlfriend at the time. And I was like, "Hey, write this down. I'm gonna need you to purchase this on your card. I'm gonna pay you back, yada yada yada." And she does that, right? I spent like 25 grand, just like, I
Damn.
need this camera, I need this lens, I need this computer, I need this shit and this. And I jumped into filmmaking,
Fully
and
committed.
fully committed. First year in business, made good money. Second year made even more, and then it started to work really well. Um, Led to me helping out with this documentary in Modesto. It's called Until the Last Drop. I think it turned out pretty good. I did most of it. It took about almost 2 years to complete.
Really?
Mine, yeah, a little bit longer than 2 years, because they had been working on it for 2 years prior to me showing up. I showed up, worked with the team. The team came up with the structure. I helped, kind of push that structure through, and we had this documentary. You know, uh, then COVID hit, and I was working at that place. I had a bunch of shoots scheduled. They sent me to LA to shoot some stuff. When I get back from LA, I get hella sick. And my boy Matthew, he rushes me to the hospital in Modesto, and they take some x-rays and stuff. They're like, "Hey, you don't have the flu, you don't have pneumonia. Um, just go home and, kind of relax, and, we'll be in touch," kind of
Oh,
thing.
wow.
I called my boss, told him what was going on. He was like, "Hey man, with all this coronavirus stuff, just go ahead and take like 10 days, in quarantine." I kid you not, bro. At like day 11, that's when Newsom shut down the state.
No
All of
way.
our shoots yeah, everything canceled. I had nothing. I was all caught up on my edits and everything. I was feeling pretty good. I was sick for like 2 days,
Yeah.
and then I felt great. And I was like, fuck, I'm not gonna tell anybody. I'm just gonna stay home, keep working,
Yeah, exactly. Gonna milk it as long as I can,
right?
huh?
So everything shuts down, and shit, I just went out and bought a brisket, and I made the quarantine brisket. It was dry as fuck, but I was trying. I was inspired by like Cosmo Q and
Yep.
Malcolm Reed, Jeremy Yoder. Fuck, I was watching Jeremy Yoder's videos, like, oh, that's how you make beef ribs. All right, cool. I'm gonna make a video on that now. Uh, but that's what led to all of this. Met some great people along the way that gave me some advice and some good tips that worked. And here we are, 2 million, over 2 million followers later.
Yeah.
um yeah, it's wild, man.
People resonate with you, man. They love what you do. I do personally. I really do love your
Right
content. I love the
on.
switch. You know what I mean? I'm here for the ride, my brother.
Hell yeah, man,
Yeah.
this shit is fun.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely is. Definitely is. We got any comments here so far, Nick? People got
Yeah, we got
questions,
a
I know.
yeah, we got a couple questions here. Smoking Irish had a couple questions.
Mhm.
First one is indica or
There
sativa?
you go.
Hybrid.
Hybrid.
Hybrid. That's
Hybrid.
that's what they were saying.
Yeah, I want my brain to be guessing. You don't know what's gonna happen. Are we gonna be tired? Are we gonna be
Russian
talking
roulette.
a lot? I don't know. Hey, I got one quick story though. Big O's party.
Yeah,
The the
I remember.
the weeks leading up to that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna slow down on my weed. I'm not gonna smoke anymore. I'm just I'm just gonna keep it cool. And I hit your pen. Bro, that shit stole my soul. I remember
No.
standing there in a conversation with TFTI and somebody else, and I said the most stupidest shit. I called my wife like a little bit after that. I was like, hey, come pick me up. I gotta get out of here. And she sure enough picked me up, man. I was out of there, man.
We took it too far, huh?
I only had one hit.
That's
all it
all it
took.
takes sometimes.
That's all it
Man,
took.
Sometimes it's all it takes.
now I'm eating 100 milligram edibles and it's not doing
E-
shit to me.
Exactly. Hey, well, speaking of which, I think you said the magic word. Why don't we go ahead and tap into these?
Let's tap in. How you feeling, man?
I'm doing good, dude.
So
I
just so
still,
everybody knows, we already ate a pack before we got on
we
the
sure
live.
Yep.
did. We sure did. I still don't know where my phone is.
Oh, you were serious? I thought it was one of those situations. You're so high, it's in your hand.
Oh, you know, motherfucker. It's actually right here. There's my phone right there. I forgot.
So I had 100. I'm gonna go with 2 more just for
You're
now.
gonna go 2 more?
Yeah.
We going to sleep.
All right. 2 more.
And I think
Oh, those are
I gotta go
delicious.
outside and smoke a blunt.
Yeah.
We might have
We'll be
to go
right
do
here
that.
with you.
All right, let's do that. My
While
office
he's
is a little
making his way
messy, so
Oh, I
out
can't
there,
see it.
while he's making his way out there, let me show you guys. This is Marco's book right here.
hell yeah.
Fuego.
Yeah.
Some dope recipes in here. I've recreated several of them myself. My favorite one has probably got to be the birria tacos.
Nice.
This one's next. That's why I got my bookmark in here.
Making pupusas.
We're gonna go with these ones next. The lobster tacos.
Oh, bro, that shit was
You know what
so
I'm saying?
good. I think I used the Al Pastor seasoning
Yes.
from Spanglish.
Yes, you did. That's what it's right here.
Fucking screen.
Man, those guys have some amazing seasonings too. Speaking
They're
of
one of my
seasons,
favorite brands.
speaking of seasonings, bro, so do you, right?
Yeah, I
These
got
are
something
two.
now.
These are two of our favorites right here in the house. We use these all the time. I got
Hell
to re
yeah.
up again fairly soon on this guy. We got the jalapeno ranch, and he's got the lemon ranch as well, folks. If you haven't checked him out yet, go ahead and check out his website. It's still woodfirewhiskey.com, right?
Yeah, for now it's gonna be changing pretty soon. The
Yeah.
cannabarbecue.com. My boy Jason. So I have 2 new business partners that I'm working with, Jason and Brad. And these guys, they're helping me with a whole line of wonderful products.
That's what's
Uh,
up, bro.
really good branding. Jason is kind of like the creative director for me. Brad is kind of like business development. So these guys are going to help me take it to the next level, especially with all this kind of barbecue stuff.
Yeah.
Um, got some great stuff planned.
Well, and it's no doubt about it. You're ready for it, bro. You're definitely ready for it.
Hell yeah.
So,
That
What
hot
about
honey I made today, fucking potent.
yeah,
You
that
guys
hot
catch that
honey, huh?
video?
Yeah, the hot honey, right?
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Hell yeah, dude.
so on the seasonings topic, are you planning on trying to come out with some type of infused seasonings?
Yeah.
Or what are you doing with, what are you doing there?
I don't want to give too much about the products that are coming out yet, but there will be an infused jalapeno ranch.
No way.
That's already
Damn.
been made too.
I got to
It,
keep that away from
Hell yeah.
my
and,
kids.
it's easy. The key to it. So that dude, Chef
Yeah.
Inc. So
Yeah.
he hit me up and he was like, "Hey, my friend's Faded Friday, wants to hook you with some salts and some sugars." And like I had already planned on like trying to infuse some salt. So my seasoning is very low
Yeah,
sodium. So
it is.
she gave me her salts through Chef Inc. and I mixed it together, and I used it. It's good as like a finishing. So like you do some wings and just a little dusting of salt. Um, it's just a small infusion like
Yeah.
that. If you cook with it, you're going to cook off some of the THC. But I mean, as a finishing salt, it works. The concept is there. So I did make a batch of the jalapeno ranch with my
Ooh.
own infused salt, and it's pretty fucking good.
You taste any terpenes in it or anything like that, or not really?
No,
No, just
no, all
a
that
nice
stuff is gone.
clean finishing salt.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah. But I've been getting into like adding different terpenes to the food, right? So I'm a
Yep.
huge fan of Bong Appetit, and seeing all these different chefs incorporating the terpenes, bringing flavors out. I ordered a bunch of them and just opened them up and smelling them. You got these berry flavors, these pine flavors, these earthy aromas, and lemon. It's fucking wild. And with these terpenes, a little bit goes a long way. It has nothing to do with THC. However, your endocannabinoid system works well with the terpenes.
Hmm.
From the way I understand it is the cannabinoids help the terpenes pass the blood-brain barrier more efficiently
Okay.
and easier. So that's how you get the effects from the terpenes. But even without having cannabis, the terpenes are found in everything, fruits and all kinds of plants, smells and aromas. That's what they are, you know. So you add this shit to your food, and you can really accentuate certain flavors. The other day, I collabed with Sanctuary Pizza. That dude
Hmm.
makes fucking best fucking pizzas I ever had in my life. It's fucking crazy. But we infused some ricotta cheese with some
Ooh.
lemon slushy
Ooh.
and some hot honey, some of the sour diesel hot honey. Fuck, it was so good. That little bit of like lemon creaminess that you get, it's insane,
Hmm.
insane.
Are you use that Evo or whatnot, right? For that, is that how you're doing that with most of these things? Your
Yeah,
infusions? What are you
mo-
using for that?
most of my infusions I'm using the Levo, but like for the videos, I
Evo.
think I'm just gonna show people how to do it on the stovetop. The Levo, the magical butter, fantastic machines. I love them, but I also understand that some people just they don't have the money for it. Times are a little rough right now. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of educational videos on how to infuse just on the stovetop in the oven, sous vide as well. There's so many different ways that you can infuse.
For sure. I'm gonna tell my kids to unfollow you before you do that. I'm gonna end up coming
you,
home, all my pans and shit are all ruined
you
and
you
shit,
come
you
home
know.
and they got dad, I'm fucked up on chicken wings.
Speaking of chicken wings, man, you've had my son's chicken wings. He was excited to
Yes,
feed those to you, man, and see what
bro.
you thought about those.
Those were fucking good,
He's been
bro.
getting down, man. I love that. I love having my kids out here cooking, being a part of this whole process. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They really soak it up and they enjoy doing it. You got kids of your own too. How are they with what you do? Are they supportive? Are they involved in any way? Is it all just behind the scenes type of stuff, or are they
It's
like
all
dad's
behind the
doing his
scenes.
thing again?
So I got a son. I think he'll be 25 this year. Um, but he's kind of doing his own thing, living his life. He's out in Concord,
Yeah,
uh, handsome
yeah,
kid,
no
any
doubt.
single ladies out there. My son is a very handsome man. Not a kid. He's a fucking man now. Now he's doing good. He's just kind of doing his own thing, living his life, doing what he's doing.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. That's
But
what's
like
up.
other family, my older brother, he supports. One of my cousins, she supports. But everyone else, fucking dead quiet,
Yeah,
dead
I
silent.
mean,
That's how
that's
it works.
honestly that's how it goes though.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you do. You talk to anybody in any field that's following something that they're passionate about. It's pretty typical that that's the case.
Yeah.
It's
I
just kind of
mean,
how it goes. You know what I mean?
and it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Yeah,
I'm not doing this to gain anybody's respect. I'm having a good time and making a bunch of friends across the world on the internet.
exactly.
I mean, I guess I'm trying to make you guys all happy, all everybody on the internet. I'm trying to impress you guys. I want you to like me, but the people that know me, I'm just doing. This is just what I do. So
Yeah,
it's not for them. If they come across it and they're like, "Wow, I like this shit," then it's for them. If until then, it's all
it,
good. It's all love.
exactly, man. You're doing you. You're doing it the way you want to do it, and I think that's what other people should be inspired to do. Just follow their passions, do things the way they want to do them. Don't try to follow
Yeah.
a stigma. Don't try to follow some kind of guidelines or rules that someone else has set forth for you. Just kind of do your
Yes.
thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Create
it's
your
just
own lane, right?
exactly, man. And you and a lot of the guys that I look up to too. In your circle, a lot of you guys are doing an amazing job of doing that. You know what I mean? You all are paving your own path, and it's fucking inspirational. You know what I mean? And I think that's when you're talking about, hey, want to get people to like me. I do want people to be happy. That's why they are. You know what I mean? People are happy to see you do your own thing. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
That's what's up.
Hell yeah.
So are you big on football? Are you into this game, or you don't give a fuck? You know what I
I
mean?
don't give a
It's
fuck.
usually one or the other. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
you. Me too,
Yeah.
dog.
I've never been a huge into sports guy. While everybody was playing sports, I played baseball for a little bit.
Yeah.
I did play football. I was on a team for like a
Hmm.
game, a game, and that was it. But I was a breakdancer. So I
Damn,
was the
that's
guy.
interesting.
Bro, I was the guy, after school, everybody's going to practice. Now I'm going to the fucking
Yeah.
hall, and I'm gonna wipe it down real quick, get my helmet out, and start, just practicing and breakdancing. And I did it semi-professionally because I got paid, so I'm gonna say it's
Yeah,
professional.
that hey,
You
if
know,
you got paid
uh,
to do it, bro, that's
so
professional.
as a kid, I had some people, pay me to show up to shows and shit. I was like 17, 16 at the time doing that stuff. I started breakdancing in fourth grade though.
Really?
Yeah, and
Wow.
I got
How'd you
good
get
and
into that?
it,
How'd you get into doing that? Like a older brother, or was it like the kids at school that were doing it? You liked what they were doing? Like,
there
how'd you
was
get
two
in?
kids at school.
Yeah,
Two kids at school.
yeah.
Lloyd and Alden.
Wow.
If they're watching, I'm talking about you guys.
Yeah.
But they would go out and break dance in the grass. They were like, "Hey man, we're gonna go into the multi-use room and practice." And I would follow along. Once I saw it, I was like, "Whoa, these guys are fucking sick. Their legs are
Yeah,
going all over the fucking
for
place."
sure.
So I just got inspired and I just kept doing it. I got pretty good. I had some good moments breakdancing, traveled to a few places, went to some cool shows. I remember being like 14 years old, going into 21 and up clubs and
Yeah.
shit. And I'd be the
No
kid. I
way.
just get down real quick on the floor, and then then I get kicked out. Oh man, it was a good time. Daly City, man. Fuck,
Da-
miss that place.
the Daly City is a cool ass spot. I used to live in Pacifica when I was a kid, so
Nice.
they border each other, base
Hell
essentially.
yeah. I grew
No.
up in Daly City and Antioch.
Yep.
So when I
Yep.
was 16, I moved to Antioch
That's what's up. And you were there for how long in Antioch?
till I was 20, 21.
Okay. Yep. Yep. Hell yeah, dude. So what are the other things that you're into that other people don't know, right? Obviously people think you're into cooking and whiskey and fucking smoking weed now. But what are some of the other things that people aren't aware of, you know?
I think
Are you an artist? Are you a painter? You play music?
I used to be a
Okay.
graffiti writer.
It's
Uh,
funny. I was going to ask you that actually.
if anybody did a background check, they're gonna see a long list of getting hemmed
Mhm.
up for tagging on something.
Yep.
But I was in a crew called UGS, and we used to big ass burners and shit. It was a good time.
Hell
It was a good time.
yeah. You have anything to do with those buildings down in LA right now or what? Were you
I
there?
wish, man. I wish. I've
That
been
shit's
meaning to.
beautiful.
I've been meaning to hit up one of my homies and ask, is there any UGS up there, bro? That
Yep.
would be sick.
That would
Yeah.
that's what's up. That's what's up. So
But
the
did you guys grow up in the
I
Bay?
did grow up in the Bay. Yeah, I was in Pacifica, I was in Fremont, Newark. Yeah, I've kind of been a little bit all over the Bay, you know.
Hell yeah.
I was born in New Mexico. I'm from Albuquerque originally.
Oh shit, green
Yeah,
chili.
exactly, bro. So anytime I see people fucking with them Hatch chilies, bro, you know I'm about that, you know? I'm
Hell
all
yeah.
about that.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I grew up
man.
in Napa and Fairfield, so not really the Bay. Well, Fairfield, depending on who you ask, but
The outskirts.
the
Yeah, the Bay.
outskirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Antioch is the
outskirts.
same way. Depending on who you ask, it's the Bay.
You
Yeah.
know what? It's close enough. And if you're gonna rep the Raiders, we'll accept you as a Baydestrian. You know what I'm saying?
Till I die.
For
Till I die.
real.
We got a couple more questions. We got a couple
Yeah, let's
more.
Yep.
go
First,
ahead and hear them.
Matt Outback. I don't know if he's still here, but he wants to know if you would, mind if he could have the handle Woodfire and Whiskey.
Ooh. Unfortunately, the Woodfire whiskey it's not dead. So Woodfire whiskey still lives on TikTok. And I own the trademark. So
I
you
feel
know.
it.
Mhm.
I feel it. Uh,
Actually, at some point, I do have to give it up. And Matt Outback, you're the first person. So when I decide to give it up, it's going to you, buddy.
Oh, look at that. Check
hell
that out
yeah.
right here. That's
You
what's
If
heard
up.
it here
if
Hey,
first.
that's a good
Uh,
question.
D-
That's actually a good question.
Dinewood Dunn.
Hmm.
What's your go-to camera?
my
Mm.
go-to camera, the Sony A7S III.
Sony
Sony A7S III.
A7S3.
Yeah, right now though, I'm shooting all my shit on a Canon C70.
Okay.
Um, I like the camera. I love it. It's just not great in low light. And I know like this summer I want to do some night shoots. So I'm gonna have like this whole thing built out here, kind of like a gazebo, like the one you got.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen the pictures.
Hmm.
Something similar. I want to build, over my outdoor kitchen so I can do some night shoots and shit. So I need a camera that's gonna be really good at night. So the C70 is getting replaced with
Ooh,
FX6.
nice, nice. And what kind of lenses are you currently using? What do you like to shoot with?
So with the Canon, so I've had a bunch of Canon stuff from my old like wedding days and shoot weddings and short films and shit.
Hmm.
Um, I got the 24 to 70 2.8, 70 to 200 2.8, 16 to 35 2.8. I have a tilt shift lens and 50 millimeter 1.8.
See, guys, so you guys out there that think this shit is easy, and why is this guy just fucking slapping whiskey on the table and fucking making it? Because he's committed and he's followed through and he's invested in himself and invested in his craft, and none of this shit comes easy. It doesn't, and I'm not saying that everything, you don't have to always get the most expensive and spend so much money, but I'll tell you what, man, that's the difference between the people that are doing what you want to do and yourself. If you're asking the question, it's because they've invested in themselves and invested in the crowd. So if you guys were paying attention, he listed some dope equipment. It's not something, if you're a beginner, you're gonna jump all the way in if you're gonna jump after some of that equipment.
Yeah.
What would be something you would recommend to maybe a beginner, someone that's just getting started off? What would be the first body and lens to get, as an example?
I would say that it's not even about that.
Yeah,
It's about you. It's
there you
about
go.
you. So if anything, invest in being able to give your personality to people, right? Let that be felt. Can you pass that on through video? Because there's people that are doing this with their phones still,
Yeah,
with no special lighting, nothing. They're way further than I am.
you know what, you're
It
right.
was my strategy to do something high quality because I started in
Mhm.
2020 on TikTok where everybody was using their phones. I needed to stand out. I didn't want to just be a cooking video. I wanted to be a high quality cooking video.
Mhm.
So that was just a strategy. What it really comes down to is the person. Can you pass off your personality? So I would say get more comfortable with yourself more than anything because the trends moving forward, I think with social media is going to be a lot of personality based content.
There you go.
I think people want to get to know us. Enough of us just kind of not talking and giving a cool recipe. Some people are still going to be able to get away with that. That's great. But for other people that want to get started, the best way to connect in this oversaturated field of food videos and really good ones at that is your personality. That's the
Damn,
difference.
there's some pearls right there.
For
There's some
real.
pearls right there. We're gonna have to clip
For
that
real.
and fucking share that with the world, baby.
For
Hell
real.
yeah.
That's a good one
Now,
right
Yeah.
there.
now, if you do decide to buy a camera,
Hmm.
I would go with Sony and G Master lenses.
You would,
That's
right?
that's
Okay.
what I would recommend. That's what my buddy Elliot always. That's what he's been telling me. That I need to get. So yeah. And Elliot Delgado, the guy I'm talking about, he's the cinematographer with Embers TV. Dude is fucking sick. He was the guy at the launch party
Yeah.
going around doing his thing. I can't wait for you guys to see some of the stuff that he shot that they're editing right now. It's
Dude,
it's gonna be sick, man.
I'm excited as a whole for the platform. That platform, it's a dope platform. I've pretty much absorbed, I think, every piece of content that's on there so far. You know what I
Bro,
mean? So I'm chomping for more. That the meetup, I saw the whole meetup recently.
nice.
That you did an amazing job
Right
on
on,
that one, and then
man.
the
I was
editing on that was great too. Go ahead, go ahead.
I was nervous just walking around talking to people, but
Yeah.
hey, let's have a good time.
Man, you did it amazing. You were an awesome host. It came off
Right on.
really, really natural. I thought it was incredible. I was happy to see it.
I got a good team out there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Well, I know there's other questions in here. We're gonna get
Yeah.
to those. My son had asked a question. So I got to ask him. He wanted to know what was your very first inspiration why you started cooking. I know you talked a little bit about the Jeremy Yoders and those guys and watching the videos and
Yeah.
stuff, but is that where your inspiration came from, or did it come even before that?
Nah, so I grew up with a chef in the house.
Ooh,
My stepfather, growing up, he was a chef. He hated like cooking very fancy at home, but there were those times where he would throw down, and I would pay attention. I'd ask him questions, and as I became old enough to work, he got me jobs working in restaurants. Started off as dishwasher, busboy, server, line cook. Eventually I ran a few restaurants, the front of house, not the back of the house. Um, so at a young age, just kind of inspired by my stepfather, seeing him cook. I
that's
remember
awesome.
we would go to like Bass Lake. I remember a specific trip we went to Bass Lake, and he grilled up some steaks, and they were like the best steaks I ever had. And I always like, hey man, how do you make steak? How do you make a steak? It was
So
good.
that had to have been where it came from. Was all from him, right?
Yep,
Originally. That's
all
awesome.
from that.
About what age were you at that point?
I think I was 17,
See, that's cool, man.
17.
That's my son's 16 right now, and he's got the bug. He's been out here. You've seen him. He's
Hell yeah.
cooking. He has a great time. So I love seeing that. And there's a lot of kids out there. You see him out there cooking. some making content really cool. So obviously, you said you're not into the Super Bowl. I'm not too much into it either. I got to give a shout out to my boy Max right here. He's fighting tomorrow. Hope you guys
Nice.
tune in and watch Max fight tomorrow and hold it down for
I mean,
us.
if I have to pick a team, I'm picking the 49ers because I'm from the Bay, you know.
Obviously, yeah.
But yeah, I don't really care. I'm probably not going to watch it. I'll pull up a highlight, but I'll probably just, I'll just have a fun day because the energy is out there. People are having a good time. So I might as well get in the backyard, grill some shit, and just feel good,
Yeah.
smoke some weed and infuse some shit.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good day too. My son's a giant Niners fan too, so I'm excited for him. And a lot of the friends are Niner fans, so I'm stoked. I'm glad it's here in the Bay. It's got hopefully they win too. But yeah, it's just not. I don't know the players. You know what I mean? So I'm not. I can't fake the funk.
Yeah, I'm not going to fake it either. I don't know
Yeah.
shit about sports. I don't know shit. I don't know how to play the game. You fucking throw the ball and fucking run. Catch
Yep,
it and run,
that's right. That's right. What's up, Nick? What do we got over here?
So a couple more questions. Are you ever going to hold a cookout for the folks in Turlock?
Ooh,
Yo, what I'm working on is I want to be able to have private dinners,
yep.
and I want to invite people over. So it's kind of I'll just give you the idea. I want to have people over, and I want to give them a 3-course meal, and I want to infuse every part of it, and I want to capture it on camera and release it as content. You
Ooh,
know, it could be a nice 20 to 30-minute segment somewhere on a platform that's
ooh.
out there. I don't know. I don't
Oh,
know. There's things that we want to do. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? But yeah. So, am I going to cook for the people of Turlock at some point? Yes.
Yep.
Awesome.
So stay
Awesome.
tuned, guys.
Stay
Stay
Hell
tuned.
tuned.
yeah.
Keep your eyes on the can of barbecue. You know what I'm saying? Everything will be, the invitations will be sent, right?
Yes.
The invitations will be sent.
And if they ever allow me to do like a big private dinner, which I know that can be arranged, then that's another opportunity as well.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Any other
So,
questions we got, Nick?
yep, absolutely. Yeah. Last meal. What would be your last meal if you could choose anything?
Mm.
Pupusas.
It would be for sure, right? You didn't even
100%.
have to think about that
Mm-mm.
either, huh?
That's what it is. That's what it
That,
is.
that's what's
Oh, I,
up.
I want a nice cheese pool. I want the curtido on it. Yeah, that's how I want. That's how I want to go.
So, and
Always good.
what's cool about that is you've traveled the world, right? You've traveled all over the place. You've got to taste food from all over the place.
Oh, bro.
And
Recently, Argentina.
yeah, tell us a little bit about that. What was that trip like for you?
Argentina was cool. I had gotten
Hmm.
sick on the trip.
Hmm.
There was a point on the trip we're on the bus and they had to keep pulling over because I was just not feeling good. But aside from that, the country is beautiful. The food it's different. It feels better.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you eat the food out there and you feel good. Not saying you don't feel good eating here in the States, but a lot better. A lot better. Just, a lot of clean eating, it felt like. The people were incredible. We got to see so many great places. I don't want to spoil it because we have a whole series of it coming out. And from
Okay.
what I understand, you guys are going to get to see the first episode pretty soon. And less than a month, I believe it is. The series is going to start posting to the platform.
Oh, that'd be
Um,
awesome.
and dude, it is. My boy Elliot shot his ass off there. But we had gone to Ushuaia, which is like the southernmost tip of South America, and we got to eat king crab. So we
Ooh.
saw it come out the ocean, and then like an hour or two later, it's in my fucking raviolis.
Oh my
I think
God.
I think it was Tone and Carlos. They had got a big ass lobster. It was huge, or a crab, king crab. Just bro, oh my god, I can't wait to go back.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know.
You guys, you have another trip scheduled, or it's just one of these things that you want to eventually go back and do?
Oh no, I'm taking my wife there.
Yeah,
I
for
have to.
sure.
You
Yeah,
got
for
there,
sure.
there's so much to experience. You guys, you have to go. You have to go.
Well,
You know.
and speaking of your wife too, obviously she's been in a lot of your content before too, right?
Yeah.
Especially during the cooking stuff. She's right next to you, isn't
Yeah,
she?
she's over there cutting up some pork belly.
Yeah. So it's cool to see that too. You know, obviously I'm married. A lot of our wives do a ton for us. It's like behind the scenes. A lot of people don't get to see a lot of. I don't think they get as much credit as they deserve. Like they're the unsung heroes for us, right?
Yeah,
But at
there's
least she
times
gets a little camera time,
she
right?
gets some camera time. She gets some good food too.
Yeah. Oh, she
She's got
definitely
her
gets the food. I know that.
pork belly is her favorite thing, so
Is it?
she's over there just squeezing the lime. I see it. Oh, she's using the right salt. I just want to make sure she's not, taking the infused salt.
Don't want to overdo it out
Yeah,
there, huh? Oh fuck! I think you might have just said the fucking.
I'm gonna take this in now.
Did you?
So I got a couple more questions.
All right.
What high school did you go to?
Westmore High School in Daly City, and then when I moved to Antioch, I went to Live Oak High School.
Live Oak. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
continuation. I was kind of a bad kid. You know, it is what it is.
We're sensing a trend here.
What's the name of the ice cream that you've been eating?
Jane and Mary's.
Jane and
Going
Mary's.
for another one. What number is
I think
that?
you said the magic word. This is the fourth one. No, no, no. This is the third one out of the pack. We should have two left after this one. And these are
I
the heavy hitters.
Is that what we're
Shout out
doing?
to the heavy hitters. These are the blueberry blitz right here.
can't see it. So I got a mystery pack.
So you have two left?
I got three left.
You have three left. So
I'm sorry, I have two left.
these
I have two left
I got three.
after that one. You're going, oh, you motherfucker.
I'm gonna take 3 of the mystery pack.
Nope, here we go. I'm in there.
I'm surprised you guys are hanging right now. This is wild. People
Come on
usually,
now.
like, trip
Act
out
like
when
you've
they
been
do this.
act like you've been here
Dedicated to it.
before.
Um,
Found my people, y'all.
Yes, you
They can
did.
hang.
Hey, that's what I said about when I met Chuck, man. Oh, there you go.
I got
Yep, exactly. You
I
can.
gotta hold my pillow.
This is a safe place, brother. You've hung out with Chuck, I'm assuming, right? Chuck's
Yeah.
another one that he'll be in there till the very
Oh
end too.
shit.
Every time.
So we're in Vegas for the National Hardware Show.
Mhm.
This was 2022 maybe or 23 2022 it had to be. I think it was. Anyhow, we were at the Treasure Island Casino in right there at their bar, sparking blunt
No.
after blunt after blunt after blunt, drinking, just being crazy right there in the casino. Chuck was he just had him.
He's a
It was a good
savage,
time.
man. He's a
Hell yeah, I love
savage.
that
Yeah, he
dude.
definitely knows how to have a good time.
Hell yeah.
So what's next for you? What's on the agenda for you as far as like the next couple of videos coming out? You already have those done? They're launched and in the chamber,
Yeah.
or do you kind of
Yeah.
put stuff up as you do it? How do you do your you want to tell us a little bit about behind the scenes of how you work through your process there?
Yeah, so I've been working with my boy Tim.
Mhm.
He's got an fuck, I'm high as fuck. He's got an account, E&D Sound Productions.
Uh-huh.
So he's been helping me shoot a lot of content. What we're doing is we're banking a bunch of videos. That way, closer to 420, the whole YouTube, everything is going to change. There's going to be a new website, it's going to be products,
Ooh.
just all new branding on everything. And we're going to start releasing these videos, but we want to make it consistent. We want to be able to do 2 a week on YouTube. So, so there's a bunch planned, a lot of videos on how to infuse certain things. It's putting barbecue and cannabis together, right? And that's the whole concept. We're it's not always gonna send you to the fucking moon when you eat this kind of food or when you infuse like this, but it's
Mhm.
gonna be a good time, and that's kind of the point, right? It's not about just getting stoned out of your mind all the time. Like right now, we're having a good
Mhm.
time, but if we're having a party, a nice get together, maybe each rib is about 2.5 milligrams or 1 milligram per rib, and people can eat it, have a good time, and throughout the course of the night you start feeling a little bit better, and
Exactly.
towards the end of the night it's time for a little dessert and some sweet stuff or whatever it is. You get the munchies, but it's just to not knock anybody out, right? So
Exactly.
it's bringing barbecue and cannabis together through this content. And one thing I've learned traveling around and meeting a bunch of different pit masters is everybody smokes.
Yeah, for the most part.
Everybody smokes.
Mm-hmm.
for the most part. I mean, there's obviously a lot of people that don't, but cannabis and barbecue, it goes hand in hand, and it can.
100%.
I mean, cannabis and food, period, right? So, uh,
Well,
that's the whole point of everything.
it goes back to what I was saying earlier about the stigma, right? So I think just a lot of people, they kind of hide behind the stigma a little bit more. They're not so open or out there with it. And that's why, again, I'll give you the credit again. You're one of the guys that's out there that's really going to try to help break that stigma down. And I
Hell
think
yeah.
more people are going to follow suit and be a little bit more open with it. And I think it'll be cool. Imagine some of the dope collaboration videos that you can come out with, right? Doing
Yeah.
cooking and mixing with, you know, do a video with Burner as an example. You know what I mean? That would be
I,
sick.
that would be sick. I'm looking forward to seeing more creators, work with cannabis, because
Mhm.
I want it to start a trend. I want it to spark a trend. I want people to get inspired and start doing it. Make it more acceptable. Let's end this stigma, and we could do it together. So making this switch to cannabis, I could be at the kind of the forefront of a piece of it, just a small piece of it being more acceptable. If I could use my following to teach people and show people that, this is a positive thing. This is a good thing. I'd much rather promote cannabis than alcohol. And I'd seen a comment come in of somebody saying, how do I feel about young kids using it? Obviously, this isn't for children. It should be 21 and up. But I feel better if I feel better about it than I do alcohol for a young child.
For sure.
But I don't want a young child to do it, if that makes any sense. Because I know it might hurt a little bit. It might not feel too good for a bit. You might get sick, but you're not going to
There's
die.
no accident. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's not going to be there's no risk of any kind of accident. It's a safer alternative,
yeah.
right? It's
So
definitely the safer alternative.
yeah, so it's I feel better about it than I do alcohol. Don't get me wrong. I still love my whiskey and I love my bourbon and I do drink responsibly. What have you.
Absolutely, exactly. So let that be a lesson learned. I want to see the more rainbow go across us right now. You know what
I'm
I'm talking
fucking I'm turning into Batman right now. Holy shit.
about? I was
You
gonna
got
do
your
the
mask?
Batman
Where's
voice,
where's
but
the
my
mask at?
microphone went dead on me.
Ah, shit, I don't even know where I put my mask. It's somewhere.
The people
Huh.
Hey, I'm
the
back.
people want the mask.
Hey, that's a series in and of itself too, right there. By the way,
Oh man, I
yeah,
didn't
the
think that
people
was
love
gonna
the Batman.
work.
The people love the Batman,
I didn't think it was gonna work, but it worked.
right? What do we got, Nick?
Rio wants to know if you can use a song from Woody in your next reel. Oh, there's the mask.
Can I don't know if yeah, I could. So I didn't know Woody, but like I hung out with him a
Mhm.
few times. Um, I'm not trying to give myself away.
It's all right.
Well, I got things. I thought I was an open book, but now I'm realizing, oh shit! Now you asked that question,
No, I know. I
I
think
might
you
want to.
already slipped a date earlier too. I'm not going to repeat it, but you slipped a date on a little bit of a something that I think you might not have meant to.
Oh
So I won't repeat
shit!
it. Yeah, go.
Yeah,
So, but go ahead,
Edit
man.
that
It's
out.
it's the gummies talking, bro.
it is the gummies talking,
It's the
but
gummies talking.
no, I could use a Woody song. He was a cool guy. I met him when I was like 17. My homeboy Frankie, his older sister, was dating Woody,
Mhm.
and I was just introduced to him to, for whatever. He was a rapper or whatever. Um, and yeah, so I hung out with him a few times. We'll just leave it at that.
So what kind of music are you into? You said speaking of rap, you like everything too. I'm kind of into
Oh yeah,
everything myself.
everything. I mean, there's things that just give you a good vibe, right?
Yeah,
I could vibe to some country music. I could vibe to some gangster rap and shit. I mean, I'm 41 years old. I'm from the era of fucking Coop Nut and RBL Posse and shit like that. I grew up on
abs-
that shit. Master P, Jackin' for Christmas, Jackin' for Beats, when he was repping the Bay Area and shit. People don't really know about that.
yep, yep,
You know,
yep.
so I get down to everything. I even throw on some EDM from time to time.
Right.
Oots, oots, oots. If I have to.
You remember the last concert you went to?
Yeah,
What
Eminem.
was that? Eminem. No
Eminem.
shit. Where'd you catch
It
him at? Was
was
it locally?
San Diego. 2006, I
Ooh,
want to say 2005 or 2006 in
damn,
San
good
Diego.
era. Good
Yeah,
era, right?
one of my homeboys, he was a producer, and he was like, "Man, we got to go check out this Eminem concert, and get inspired." And I was like, "All right, man, let's go check out some Eminem concert." And yeah, that was the last one I went to. It was a good time. It was a good
Hey,
time.
hold 1 second. It's really hard for me to stay on top of these comment guys and try to carry the conversation, but I see Matt out back. He's here right now again asking about the handle. So you want to just officially let him know real quick, Marco, again?
What
Matt's back.
he's asking about the handle?
Yeah, he's asking. He said, "What's the
Well,
word? Do I have permission to change to wood fire and whiskey?" He must have dropped out and missed the
I
answer.
mean, it's still a part of my branding right now. So when I do decide to give it up, I'll give it up to you. That sounded really fucked up. That didn't sound right.
Pause. Pause.
Pause.
Oh,
Oh fuck. Maybe that was an old comment. I just realized I got a lot to scroll through here. Fuck. I
That's
might have somehow just seen
that's
that
those
original
edibles. That's
question.
those
Treggy
edibles kicking
Treg
in.
said it
Yeah.
was me, fool. I was lost with what you said. Was it? I was high as fuck at that party, man. I said something to someone, and I was just like, I need to get the fuck out of here right now. Called my wife, and I was like, I'm out. I'm out. Pick me up.
Hell yeah. Does she cook too, your wife?
No.
Not really at all.
Mm. She
Okay, that's cool.
can, though.
Yeah.
She can.
Ty, what up, Ty? I see you, Ty. What's happening, baby? You know, smoking with Ty up there in Canada.
I think so.
Yeah, he's a guy. He's gonna be. I hope he's gonna be following suit with the whole cannabis culture too. He had been talking about it previously. He's doing a lot of pizza content lately. Smoking with
Nice.
Ty.
Get it, bro.
Yeah,
To end
man.
this
Hell yeah.
stigma.
Absolutely. End the stigma. Exactly. But
Do you like Jelly Roll?
Yeah. Jelly Roll's dope. I got a few of his songs in my Apple playlist.
there you go. He puts
That
on a hell of a fucking performance, my guy. An
Oh, I bet.
incredible performance. Yeah, we went. We went. A few of the boys. We went out there to the show. Had a great time. Mendoza, bro. I'm not getting lit. I'm already lit, bro. Yeah, watch parties definitely tomorrow. Are you kidding me? Max all fucking day, baby. Max all day. I ain't even sleeping tonight. I can't wait till he fucking gets to put that work in. For
Hell
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm excited, man. I love the fights. That's my big thing, man. That's my sport.
Yeah.
I always joke when people talk about sports. I tell them I don't like sports that require one ball. I like sports that take two balls to play. You know what I'm saying? So what else is going on, man? What do you got going on after this week? You're focused on a couple more content. No content you need to focus on, right? You said you got that in the backlog. I'm
Nah, we're
high as
still
fuck.
still
It hit
making
me right
it
there. Did you see it
every
hit me
single.
right there?
What happened?
Did you see it hit me right there? In the
it
middle of
hitting
that
heavy.
question right there, it fucking hit me like a motherfucking Mack truck, dude.
Nice.
Yes. So the Mendoza's coming through tomorrow. What we're talking about is the fight. Sorry, I got caught up trying to read the comments and
Nah, it's
shit.
all good,
But yeah,
man.
I obviously being a fight fan, the fights are tomorrow. I got some guys coming over to watch the fights. So
Nice.
we do that pretty often over here. You
Yeah, I
like
got.
having people over at your house, or you guys keep it pretty private?
Nah, I just we got a few things that we're still adding to the backyard, so I haven't done
Mhm.
anything here. But I'm always open to it. This is all I do.
Yep,
Fucking
yep.
smoke weed, cook, make a video, edit the video, post the video,
That-
respond to comments.
That's right. That's right. Well, because you were alluding, I asked because you were alluding to having folks over for some private stuff. Is that at a different location you're thinking about doing, or are you thinking about doing it right there at the crib?
It'll probably be
Probably
here.
right there at the crib.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're in Turlock, right? For the
Yep.
folks out here,
Yep.
Turlock has hitters, bro. Right? If
Bro.
you think about it, Turlock is just full of fools, just killing it out here.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Tom right here, he's ready for the Niners. Put it together this weekend, huh? I hope they do too, man. My son will be so fucking happy. I'll be juiced for him. How about you,
Uh,
Nick? How are you going to do with the game this weekend? You don't, as a diehard or a Raider fan, are you stoked for the Niners to be in there and you excited to watch them play?
I'm not stoked for the Niners. I'm more stoked for the fans,
Yeah.
because I got tons of Niner fans that are, friends and whatnot. Friends that are fancy. I'm fucked up now too. But yeah, I really don't like the Niners. And not even because I'm a Raider fan, but because I actually was raised as a Cowboys fan as a kid. My dad
Ooh.
was a Cowboys fan. And so it was in the 90s, so they kept going back and forth, and we had family friends that would talk a ton of shit. And so that is the reason why I developed like a hate for the Niners.
A
But as I
hate.
got older, I wanted yes, I do not like the Niners at all. But you know, I do like the fans for the most part.
We got
But
Niner
you
fans in the chat.
Yeah.
Matt
but
out back
yeah,
for
I hope
sure.
they take it. I really do hope they take it. You know.
Hmm.
Um one of the questions was do you record your intros after you eat the
Oh,
food?
oh yeah. You know, look into my eyes. Just always pay attention to my eyes, and you'll see.
How
Always.
your editing process? What's that like? Can you is you have it down to a science where most of your videos nowadays do they take about the same amount of time to put together,
Just,
or
just about.
is it yeah?
Just
About how long does it take for you to put together a video these days?
so
A short
like,
form video.
you know, obviously the length of the cook plus some added time, you know, moving the cameras around and shit. Um, but like when I sit down to edit, about an hour, it's done.
Yeah.
It's ready to go. I have two
There you
camera angles most of the time.
go.
Some audio that I have to connect to it. Um, yeah, I mean, for me, it's pretty quick. I just kind of, I already know what I want to do. You know, the hard part is coming up with new shit to do. You know,
That's what it is, huh?
yeah,
Yeah,
you know, but
got you. I got you.
it's pretty easy. Throw the footage in Premiere Pro, sync everything up, cut it up, export.
You're using a Mac for that, or you use a PC for that? A Mac
Mac.
for that. Cool. Hell yeah. And you just export the footage right off the camera. Obviously, none of your stuff is on the iPhone anymore, right?
Nah, nothing.
Nothing at all.
Sometimes I'll just pull it out and shoot something. So like from
Hmm.
time to time when it's easy, I'll just grab my phone and grab a few quick shots, or I'll grab the this thing right here. Uh, okay, for content creators looking for something legit to
Hmm.
use, this right here, the DJI Pocket 3.
That's a new one, right?
Yeah, this camera right here, this is like a content creator's dream. You
It's
know,
crisp, huh?
yeah, if you could spare $750, I mean, it's less than $1,000. You could do a lot with this fucking thing. A
That's
lot with it.
fucking sick. Yeah, and I like how small it is
Yeah.
too. So for traveling specifically, right? For
Or
traveling.
even just popping off shots real quick.
Hmm.
You know, so like the other day, Sanctuary Pizza and I were doing a collab on some pizzas. I didn't want to move the cameras outside. So as he was cooking stuff on, you know, on my Chuds box, you know, I'll just grab that camera, pop some shots, and it matches everything. The sensor in here, it's like it's a 1 inch sensor. It's, you know, it's good.
Works well. And all
Yeah.
lighting too. Low
Yeah.
light and everything.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Well, you mentioned the Chud box. That's something that's badass. I love that Chud box. I love Chud, his content. I don't know him yet personally. I've never met him. But his content's dope and I love what he's doing and his builds and stuff.
Yeah.
What kind of rigs do you have back there? What all do you use to cook on? You
So
got a little bit of everything, right?
yeah, so I got the Chud
Hi,
box.
son.
I got two Camp Chef grills. I got the Camp Chef Woodwind Pro, Camp Chef XXL Pro. I got a Traeger 575
Oh
Pro.
yeah.
I got the outdoor kitchen with the Coyote appliances, big green egg, and I have one of the Fuegos Texas grills,
Those are
and
badass.
and my Murillo Santa Maria.
Yeah, you
That
do have one of those
I
too. I'm having
need
so much fun on mine.
I
Those
need a
things
new
are
one.
awesome. You need a new one? What do you want to do different now?
So there's just I mean, I obviously want to change my name on it,
Oh yeah,
but I
that
want to add stuff. Like
makes
I'd love to
sense.
have a firebox on it, something closer to that Argentine style
Yeah.
grill, similar to
Yeah.
what you have.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand. I understand.
They're
That's what's
badass
up. Well,
for
you
sure.
just sell that other one to Matt, right?
I could if
That's
he
yeah.
wants to
That's how
come pick
you
it up.
get him. That's how
But
you give him the name,
the
right? It
the
comes
the,
with
the
the
wood
grill,
fire,
Matt.
so
If you're still here.
the wood fire whiskey is still part of the new branding. It's still part of the new branding.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, hell,
So
okay.
like
Fuck yeah.
if you look on my YouTube, oh, I can't show you. My phone is right here. If you look
See,
on
you
my
lost your
YouTube,
phone
you'll see the new
too.
banner.
Not just me. Not just me.
Where's my phone? Couldn't find it. But yeah, it's a part of it's still a part of the new branding. It's just the name on Instagram and YouTube is going to change. TikTok is always going to be Woodfire and Whiskey.
Yeah. Okay. I get you. You're going to
At
keep
least
it
for
that
now.
way. Are you going to keep that content off of TikTok then? Is that kind of the idea? Or do you
Uh,
have this content
I,
on TikTok?
I
I don't
think I
use
kind of
TikTok
have
too
to.
much.
Yeah, I'd hate to lose 1.9 million followers. You know, I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm okay taking this risk and losing it all. I don't
Hmm.
think you gain anything by not risking anything. So
Yeah.
I just put it all on the fucking line. You know, um, yeah. So on TikTok, I might not post, you know, showing the flour. Like the video that I posted today of me making the hot honey,
Hmm.
I showed a lot of flour in that.
Yeah.
You know, I think TikTok will just fucking ban me for it. You know,
Damn.
I had a video where I made a smoothie. All I used was some infused simple syrup and terpenes, and for some reason I got a warning on my account, and so I'm kind of worried that if the algorithm, you know, sees my other shit,
Is there
you
reference
know,
to it when you get flagged for something like that? Do they
yeah,
make reference to?
drugs.
Damn, that's crazy. I never knew that. I don't do too much on TikTok, so it's
Yeah,
interesting to know.
but you
Well, keep it that
know,
way. Sorry, Matt.
Instagram Instagram started blowing up. So fuck, I went from 88,000 followers to
Hmm.
116, you know, just the last couple days.
No way. You think it has a lot to do with this switch over? Yeah.
Oh, it
Yeah.
definitely is because one of the videos that I posted. It's doing really well right now.
Yeah.
It's an infused
Okay.
pizza, and it hit like 1.2 million views here on Instagram. My first viral video here on
Oh,
Instagram.
was
You
it
know,
really?
yeah.
There you go.
So that was an odd feeling. I was like, oh shit, I hit 100, and then 110, now 116. I'm like, damn man, that's fucking dope.
Yeah, yeah.
Super
You
great.
know how they ask people who's your who they ask celebrities like who is your the most famous person in your phone right now? You know what I mean? Have you heard that question they ask?
Yeah,
Yeah, who was it? So in kind of in those lines, who was someone that when you got that follow from them, you're like, holy shit. Who is somebody that we would never know that you know what
Matt
I mean? Maybe Marilyn
Short.
Manson or something.
Alyssa, no, not Alyssa Milano. Fuck.
Alyssa Milano does follow you though?
No, no,
Oh
no.
fuck.
Yeah, I don't want to say that. I hope. Let me see who's in here. Make sure she's not in here. So I didn't like say her name wrong. Why why am I drawing a blank? You know, can't hardly wait. Amanda, uh,
Can't hardly
Jennifer
wait.
Love Hewitt. Thanks,
Jennifer
that.
Love Hewitt?
Yeah, dude, she bought one of my cutting boards. Two of
No
them.
way. No
Two of
way.
them.
That's
So
dope. That is dope.
but
Because
as
you're
far as
41, so am
influencers,
I. I know she was definitely your girlfriend when
uh,
you were like 10. You know what I mean?
every,
10 to 12, she was your girlfriend too, right?
yup,
Yeah.
100%. You know,
Yeah.
I don't even know if we ever broke up. You know, but
Exactly.
just saying,
Officially, we never did either. You know what I mean? We didn't either. So we're sharing her.
damn, I called her Alyssa Milano. The disrespect, the
Ah,
disrespect. I
you
feel
know what? I
horrible.
bet you she still sees that as a compliment, though. You know what I mean? Alyssa Milano, she's equally amazing too. Almost as amazing as my wife.
Nice save, nice save.
I
Dine
say.
with Dunn is asking TikTok or IG for the new and up and comers. Like, I guess where should they focus? What do you think is better for growth, TikTok or Instagram?
Hmm, good question.
You know, I think right now Instagram is where it's at, but you never know with your content.
Hmm.
You know, you never know. It might not work on Instagram, but then work on TikTok. So, what platform to focus on? All of them, all of them. For me, it's a little hard to like balance. You know, 10 fucking platforms and shit, but you know, all of them. You want to start off and you want to blow up somewhere. Who knows? You might end up blowing up on fucking Facebook of all
Yeah, you ain't
places. Now you're the
lying.
Facebook guy. You
Yep.
know, run it, run them numbers up, make that money, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Hell yeah. You got that volcano, don't you, going right there, huh?
I got the airizer. I got this.
What is that? What is
So
that? Show us. Show the folks what's going on over here. Unless this is some unreleased stuff. I'm
it's
over here ducking
so
to try to see if you see
this
me.
thing right here.
Oh, I can't see it because I got
So
all these things in there. It's all good.
it
It's like a.
basically just vaporizes the bud, and all you get is the, I guess, like the THC
Oh,
and the terpenes.
that's nice. That's nice. So it tastes great, but probably not too much smoke, right?
So this is like, it's a little piney, a little
Ooh,
lemony, a little pepper on the
ooh.
back end. What am I smoking here? I think I got Planet Red Flower, uh, 27%
There,
THC.
there you go. So have you been able to establish any partnerships yet? So in the weed business, you want to talk about any of those
So,
or no?
so you know, I've been talking with heavy hitters,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
about possibly doing some
God
stuff.
damn.
So you know,
I never
through
even realized how heavy they hit, bro.
bro,
God damn.
you're on
Bro,
200s. So
Yeah.
so for those of you that are like not in the know right now, we've had 2 packs of 100 each, so 200, and we obviously we went and smoked, and I got my vapor here now. These guys, they're in space. I'm just kind of observing the outer fields, and just like, oh, let's see who's out there. Let's see. This is fun.
Right. Just having a good time. Fuck it.
Yeah, it tastes really good like this.
I bet it does. I bet it does. I personally, I like. I've been on that. What's that unit called? It's the. It's a little dab rig, a portable dab rig. It's not the.
I think I got one right here.
I bet you do.
Puffco,
Um,
right?
not the.
This
It's the
this ain't
opposite.
the Puffco. I got this one called the Luca.
It's the Carta V2. That's what it is. I got the Focus Carta V2. It just hit me right there. But it's the same thing as a
Yeah,
Puffco. Probably the same thing as what you got right there. That's kind of what I've been on. That's been my cake lately. You
hell
know what I
yeah.
mean? I've been a lifetime smoker myself too since I was a kid. You know what I mean? Never really. I've taken my breaks. I've stopped here and there. For tolerance breaks, more or less. That's about
Yeah.
it. But outside of that, I've been pretty open about it too. And and here's my son walking in right now, and he's watching me, listening. I'm sorry, my son. You know I love you. Are we gonna do a THC Four Legs beer? I see a question coming in right there. A THC Four Legs beer. That's a
What is that?
question for Kyle, the brewer. He's asking me about a beer, another beer release over at Four Legs.
Alfred
I got
Goni said it smells like weed here.
definitely does, bro. I bet you come to any of these three houses and it's gonna.
Oh,
Oh, we lost him.
we
We
lost
lost
him.
him. We lost him. Oh, he might have got a text or something. I bet you, huh? It's all good. So, man, what's happening out here? Let's get, while he's out or maybe trying to come back in here, do we have questions that have come up in here that we haven't got to?
I think we've answered all of them. Does anybody else
Yeah.
have any questions?
What's going on, everybody? Again, tomorrow, UFC, please tune in. We got Max Payne is fighting tomorrow. I'm so excited for that. You stoked to watch him? Are you going to be watching it from home if you can't make it over here?
Oh yeah. Hopefully, hopefully I do make it over there. I'm determined to get over there. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
hell yeah.
So
Hell
one way
yeah.
or another. So, yep.
I think I just got the. Yeah,
Bring that team energy. You know what I mean?
There we go.
that's right.
Back.
That's right. Hell yeah.
I'm a little
Oh,
stoned,
damn.
guys.
That's.
A little stoned.
Man, your eyes disappeared while you were gone, bro.
Bro, it's funny because like I was talking and for some reason I decided to scroll.
Hell yeah, that's so funny. That's so funny. You did. You ate
Oh
too
shit.
too many of them things,
Uh,
huh? And
it's
it's
gonna be a good
ironic
night.
because you were talking about it too. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
I'm
Alf?
like I'm craving ice cream right now and all I have is the Jane and Mary's ice cream and that's like another 75.
Oh shit!
You got to do it.
How dangerous are
I
you
think
trying
you
to
got
live
to
right
do it.
now?
Oh man. I'm good right now. I'm good.
Yep, yep.
It's fun.
Is it? Does your wife partake with you too? Does she
Nah.
or does she not? No, not at all. Right? I get that. I get
You,
that.
you know,
My wife's not
she
into it at all either.
she
At
has
all.
at
No,
all.
she's cool.
Mine
She's
either.
cool with it though. She respects me to do whatever I want to
Oh, but
do, but
she
she's
won't
not.
do it too.
Nah, she's not into this at all. She used to when we were younger. We're high school sweethearts, her and I, right? We've been
Nice.
together fucking forever. She was 14 and I was 15 when we got together. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So I
She
mean, we used to together, but she doesn't anymore.
she's afraid to get paranoid. She's that paranoia kicks in and that anxiety. She doesn't
For
like
sure.
that.
And I think as she got older, right, she like found wine,
Yeah.
she just started liking wine
Our,
and
our,
she found
our
Tito's.
wives
She
will get
preferred.
along.
Yeah, oh, I already know for sure. In fact, I think was your wife at Embers? She was,
Yep.
right? I thought I met your wife. Yeah, I thought I met her at Embers. So I think they obviously have met, but they would definitely get along. There's no question. I could see her personality, your wife's personality shows through a lot in the videos,
Yeah.
right? She seems pretty sarcastic. She give you a hard time?
All the time.
Yeah,
All
for
the time.
sure.
The sexy shit in the beginning, in the very beginning, was all her idea. Lick your finger.
Oh,
Do that
really?
again.
Yeah. Were you down right away, or were you like, hell no, babe,
Oh
no, I don't want to do that
man,
on
that shit
you?
was so cringy. But then it just became like, oh, this is me now.
Damn. All it takes is for the video to hit, huh? If it
Yep.
didn't hit,
Just
you'd have been easy out. Sorry, babe, we can't do it no
you know,
more.
500,000 views later. All right, I'll do it again.
Exactly. Where are we putting that finger next, babe?
Oh no,
That's
just the one move.
that's for
That's
the
it.
other website. That's for
Yeah,
the other
that's
website.
for the only friends.
Exactly. So what's going on out here, guys? You guys have some more questions for him, man? This guy's doing all kinds of cool
Super
shit. You got to be
Bowl
interested.
snacks.
Oh, you know what? I think Danny had asked earlier.
Yeah, Super Bowl snacks. What are you guys doing for Super Bowl snacks?
Go
Shit,
ahead.
I mean, I gotta. You guys, some people are gonna hate me. When's the Super Bowl? That's Sunday, right? Yeah. Okay. So I got a couple picanhas I'll probably pull out and
Ooh, yeah.
just snack on some picanhas and
There
chimichurri.
you
Make the
go.
chimichurri infused or something. We'll see.
Oh
We'll
yeah,
see. I don't
that's
really do
funny.
like a big game day spread or anything. If
Mhm.
I get invited to parties and I'll show up with some shit,
Yeah.
but um, yeah,
It's tough to put together a big game day spread if you're not into the game. You know what I
yeah.
mean? That's really what it comes down
Like
to
I'm
ultimately.
gonna cook something. I'm gonna get outside and kind of just soak up the energy that's in the air. But
Hmm.
you know, yeah.
You can come out if you want to. Oh,
Game
she's letting my
game
dog
day
out. Sorry.
snacks, heavy hitters, blood orange gummies.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That
Definitely gonna
that's
be
your
eating some of
that's the
those.
snack,
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
actually very good too. Those were
bro.
they're
Is that the
good.
ones that you had the blood orange?
I had the blood orange and the watermelon,
Ooh,
and they both are
Nice.
just like straight candy. They're
The heavy hitters, they got the best taste, and these wilds, these ones too, they taste really
yeah.
good.
So I've had those ones before. The ones you just held up right
Yeah.
there. I've had those. That's like a long-standing brand. That's been
Oh
around for
yeah.
a long, long time. I think right when this whole shit started becoming legal, those guys were
They
doing
were
it.
the
Same
first.
packaging even.
They
Yeah.
got
But these,
these pro tabs. It's like one
ooh,
little tab, and it's 100.
what?
Just one little pro tab.
Similar to like a Listerine tab or like a something you put on your
No,
arm?
I think it's like it's a
A
pill.
pill?
Just a little
Oh shit.
little capsule.
That takes out half the fun for me, bro.
It does.
You know what I'm
Thought about them
saying?
because when I need to be discreet, I'm like,
You're right. Yeah, you're
but
right. You're right. Sometimes you don't want to, but these gummies, you can get away with that shit. God
yeah.
damn, this shit has hit me like a freight train, bro. I'm telling you. You guys earlier, no, my network wasn't cutting out. That was me stuttering and stumbling over my fucking words.
That was him cutting in and out.
Exactly.
Oh
Yeah, sorry about
shit.
that. I glitched on front of fucking everybody. So anyway, good times, man. I appreciate you coming on and all that stuff, man.
Oh
You have
yeah.
anything you're curious about us that you want to know about what's going on with Heat Stroke or I?
Man, nah, we just need to get
Yeah,
together, man. We
for
need to get
sure.
together and collab. I think that would be dope. I've met you both a couple of times, but we never all got to hang out and do some cooking and shit. So
Yeah,
I think that's something we just got to set up.
oh
I'm
yeah,
down anytime, man.
sounds
We can
good.
do
Hell
it
yeah.
here. Heat Stroke. Have you told these people about your backyard yet? Have you shared much of that yet? I don't think I've seen outside of what you've shown me.
Heat stroke?
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
What
it's
you got?
dark right now, so you can't really see anything. But we just put in pavers like along this whole side of the house. So I finally got my grill. I've been barbecuing in basically rocks since I moved here. So now we got some area for the barbecues, and I'm gonna hopefully
Nice.
get a gazebo and stuff like that put in, and figure out where I'm gonna keep putting new barbecues so I can keep fitting stuff in. You know what I mean?
Hell
That's
yeah,
the
man.
goal.
Yeah,
I
we
don't know if
all
We
my wife's on here watching. You know what I mean? Don't tell her.
we need to infuse one of them pizzas you make,
I'm
man.
down.
Ooh, yes,
I'm
yes,
Do
down.
that.
yes.
Let's
That
do it.
sounds awesome. Well, let's do a three-way collaboration.
Let's
I'll
do it.
cook something, you infuse it, and then we'll put it together on a heat stroke pizza. Heat
Yep.
stroke pizzas are incredible, man. I'm telling you right now.
Bro, let's
We'll
make
And
that
make it
then
happen.
happen.
we infuse
Oh
everything.
yeah,
We got to infuse the sauce,
Everything.
the cheese,
we can
Everything.
do everything. Yeah.
yeah,
Everything. I got
everything.
plenty of weed too, so we can infuse the shit out of stuff.
Hell yeah.
So these next
Cause
few
I'm ready
weeks
to
I ain't got
go.
shit going
Oh,
on. So
dude, we'll make it
yeah.
happen. Then we'll definitely try to
Oh
make that
yeah.
happen for sure. What's so you are you into growing and stuff like that too, or you do that yourself at all or no?
No, I don't grow right now. I plan to in the
Yeah,
future.
yeah.
I just got some good friends that support.
Always good to have good friends, bro. Always
Yeah.
good to have good friends. And you're out in the valley, out in Turlock, man. That's like I said, dope spot. Really good people out there doing all kinds of fun shit out there. I
Hell
got some
yeah,
buddies
bro.
that own a really good tattoo shop out there. You into tattoos and stuff? I know
Hell
you got a
yeah.
couple tattoos, but yeah, I got some buddies that own a really dope tattoo shop. I think it's Turlock Tattoo Company. Matter of fact, I believe that's the name out there.
So I might have to check
If
them
you've
out
seen
because I
them,
need to
yeah,
finish this up.
dude, go hit those those guys up. They're right downtown. It was a sick little location. I went to their shop. Yeah.
Nice.
What's going on, Nick? We got anything else out here, or are we gonna be wrapping this thing up fairly soon?
Yeah, no more questions. I think we can go ahead and wrap up.
No more questions for anybody else. Well, man, I really do appreciate you taking your time with us, brother. Coming in, sharing a lot of what's going on with you, and you dropped some hints at what's coming in the future. A lot of people don't do that, so I appreciate you sharing some of that with us.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely,
man.
man. Right on for
Thank
having
you.
me, man. Let's we gotta do this again.
Oh
Absolutely,
yeah,
we'll do, my brother. You take
sounds
care,
good.
man. Have a good night, okay?
Have a
All
good one.
right,
Later,
y'all.
Happy Friday,
gentlemen.
Later.
everybody.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Bye.